Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, still working out the whole face cam thing, but I think this is a pretty good setup. And this video specifically, really wanted to have my own face reactions in this because we're going to be looking at the recent Steam reviews for Metro Last Light and Metro 2033. I know we're beating the Metro horse to death, but it's a big topic in gaming right now, and whenever something negative happens in the PC gaming realm regarding a game or a franchise, some PC gamers are a little bit upset and they want their voices to be heard. And in the case of the Steam reviews, you know, that's a pretty good way of getting your message across, or it's one way. I don't know if it's pretty good, but I want to take a look at the recent Steam reviews for both Last Light and 2033 coming off of the recent Exodus announcement. Also, some more positive news. Pray for the Gods is hitting early access January 31st. This game looks so awesome. Now, it's been in development for quite a while, and some of you guys probably don't even know about it. It got kickstarted way back in the day, and I was kind of skeptical on whether or not this game would ever come out. Luckily, it is, and it's coming to early access January 31st. I'm not going to play the trailer. I'll leave a link to that in the description box below, but let's go through the Steam page because they've got a lot of information, as you guys can see here. Even the system requirements are there as well, some insight on the developers, so we're going to look at all of that. And then we got a limited time offer for Origin Access Basic. This is a great deal, and it can get you access to some of EA's bigger titles, so more on that in a little bit. First up, as you guys know, there's a lot of controversy surrounding the Metro franchise right now, and a big way that PC gamers vocalize their displeasure is through the Steam reviews. That's why a lot of developers aren't all too fond of the Steam reviews, but would you look at that Metro 2033 redo, very positive all-time reviews at 89% based on 24,236 reviews. Recent reviews, you've got 1,211 reviews, and you can already see it's mixed. 47% positive. That's a little bit disappointing, I would say, for Metro 2033. Let's read what people are saying. I hope your franchise fail. You sold your soul to Devil Epic Store. Now I cannot continue the story. Then there's a positive review here, so that's good. A negative review here. Great game, very good story, amazing atmosphere, guns, mutants, Nazis, and commies. Negative review only because of Epic Store BS. You got a positive review here, and look at this guy. He's actually defending the game. I first played the original 2033 when I was around 13 or 14 years old. I instantly fell in love with the gameplay story and how it sucks you in like no game ever has for me. Both 2033 and Last Light are really, really amazing games made by some passionate developers who are a breath of fresh air in today's gaming market. I agree with everything that guy just said. He is on point about both 2033 and Last Light. Then he added, don't listen to the negative reviews about Exodus not being on Steam. It's better for the devs as they are getting around an 88-12 revenue split instead of Valve's 70-30. You are crazy if you think that's the reason why 4A Games and Deep Silver are not releasing the game on Steam. Come on, dude. You really think it's because of the revenue split? They are losing so much more sales because on the back end, you are going to be losing sales. However, on the front end, you are getting a gigantic check from Epic Games. Do not kid yourself thinking a minute 18% difference is gonna make the difference of this game being on the Epic Store versus this game being on the Steam Store. This game on the Steam Store would sell considerably more, so if that notion's being thrown around, eliminate that immediately. This is specifically because Epic threw a gigantic check at 4A Games, and more specifically Deep Silver. I'm sure 4A Games doesn't have anything to do with this. They want as many people to play their game as possible, and this honestly limits their output. And then you'll see a wave of negative reviews. Just doing my part. Give me Exodus. Very epic. Negative review. I didn't even see that one. Just a frowny face. Ignore the negative reviews. This is the best series of post-apocalypse shooters on the market. Wow, this guy went all in. 2 middle fingers. Epic Store, I need a Fortnite rubbish launcher to play Exodus. So obviously you can see this game is getting some bash reviews. Now, Metro 2033 Redo, this is a tremendous game, so if you want to play it, don't listen to those reviews, but you can see people are definitely vocalizing their displeasure. If you go on over to Last Light, same thing is going on here. Overall, very positive at 90%, and then recently 44% mixed. That's even worse than what 2033 is going through. Let's read some of those real quick. Boycott Deep Silver. Again, same review, double middle finger here. Back Metro Exodus to Steam. Great game, ignore the meta bombing. These people would rather live in Steam's monopoly forever rather than see some competition on the market. I want to see competition in the market. Don't think this is the right way to go about it, and it is suffocating us to specific gaming platforms. I'm okay with first-party titles being released on specific platforms. Third-party games, that's consoleized mentality, so I'm not cool with that. Metro Exodus, no Steam, no buy. Sure, it's a good game and all. Such a shame that they chose for Epic. Again, another very positive review. This is actually a copy and paste for the last review. I agree with them about the first part. The second part, I think, is off point. Epic Games, very epic negative review. A lot of copy and pasting reviews going around. Obviously, it looks like the large majority of gamers are displeased with this decision. I don't know if bombing Steam reviews is the good way to go about this, because this is one of the reasons I think a lot of developers and publishers don't like Steam, because of the review bombing and everything that goes on with that. Do you remember Shadow of the Tomb Raider? That game came out in September, and then it was put on sale like a month later, and a lot of people started review bombing that game because they dropped $60 on the game, and then they were disappointed that it became $30 just a month later. Review bombing is a little bit of an issue on Steam, but honestly, it's not a widespread issue that occurs on a litany of games, so you can see why Valve isn't doing much to really combat it. Alright, so enough about that. I'm sure you guys are sick and tired of hearing all the Metro talk. Chaotic's probably gonna have you guys in the comments with the timestamp anyway, so you can just click his timestamp to skip that part. For those of you guys that are interested in some cool news, Pray for the Gods just had its early access trailer revealed. I'll keep this played in the background without the music. This game looks super dope. It's essentially a survival Shadow of the Colossus type game with an open world, and visually you guys can see it is looking pretty sick. With the Shadow of the Colossus comparison, with all of the ambitious elements this game was going for it, I had a little bit of skepticism on whether or not this game was actually ever going to be released. With it being a kickstarted game, with it being a game in development for a long time, again, by a smaller studio, you always have to have a little bit of skepticism, but here we have it. It is coming early access. I'll leave the full trailer in the description box down below, because I do want to take a look at the Steam page. The Steam page is up right now, again, available January 31st. We don't have a price point for this yet. I hope it's around $19.99, $29.99, I think is the ceiling for this. Anything above that I think would be a little bit too expensive. Pray for the Gods is a boss-climbing open-world adventure game where you play a lone hero sent to the edge of a dying frozen world to discover the mystery behind a never-ending winter. Pray for the Gods has full in-game controller support aside from the launcher, so that's pretty dope. Controller support right from the get-go. This is also being released on PS4, but PC players are going to get it first because PS4 doesn't have an early access program. And I mentioned the comparison to Shadow of the Colossus right here. You'll notice where that comparison is coming in. You can climb onto virtually anything you can get your hands on, from ruins and mountains, which is cool, but to the massive beasts that inhabit the island themselves. I'm not going to go over the entire Steam page, but like I said, there's a lot to go through. They actually go pretty in-depth, but I do want to take a look at the system requirements real quick. Now, it is going to be an early access game, so you do have to keep your expectations in line. Performance is sometimes whack with early access titles. They'll fix a lot of the bugs, but minimum requirements points in Intel CPU Core i5 2500K. Great to see that CPU still kicking, one of the most iconic CPUs of all time, as is the AMD Phenom 2 X4940. Very iconic CPU in its own right. Minimum 6GB of RAM, GTX 670 or Radeon HD 7870, and then 8GB of available storage space. On the recommended side of things, you're looking at an i7 37 73.4 GHz, an AMD FX 8350, 6GB of RAM, and then a 770 or an R9 290. So there you have it. Pray for the Gods hitting early access January 31st. A game that I will definitely be talking more about, might even upload some footage to the channel, but this is one I highly recommend you probably add to your wish list. Early access games are always a little bit hit or miss, and some people aren't a big fan of early access, but when it comes out of early access, I think it is going to be a tremendous game. Lastly, I do want to quickly give you guys the update that Origin Access Basic is available for just 99 cents. This kicked off on January 29th, and it'll last until February 4th. Now, this is Origin Access Basic. It's not Premier. Premier is $15 a month or $99.99 a year, I believe. That gives you access to pretty much every EA game that is released, so you have Battlefield 5 Anthem in there, but Origin Access Basic is still pretty dope. It's $5 a month or $30 a year, but right now you could get a month for just 99 cents. It gives you access to a large catalog of backlog games like Battlefield 1, The Sims 4, Unravel 2, and you get play first trials. I believe they're 10-hour trials, so you can play BF5 for 10 hours, Anthem for 10 hours, FIFA 19 for 10 hours, and these are just the newly released games. Of course, with the Origin Access Basic subscription, I believe you also got access into the Anthem VIP demo. That, of course, is over now, and the public demo will be kicking off on February 1st. As far as EA is concerned, I know they're not everyone's favorite publisher, but I actually think Origin Access is a pretty dope service, and for 99 cents, hey, if you wanted to check out Battlefield 5 to drop $1 and play 10 hours of that game, again, full access to the multiplayer, I think that is a pretty good value. You'll get 10 hours of Anthem as well, and if you sign up now, you'll have it until February 30th, so you'll be able to play 10 hours of BF5, 10 hours of Anthem, Check out all the back catalog games. Recommend Titanfall 2 for that game's single player campaign as well. BF1 still a good playthrough. A lot of value for just 99 cents, so I'll leave a link to that in the description box as well. And that's gonna conclude this video, guys. I hope you liked the run through of Metro Last Light and Metro 2033's reviews recently. Getting Steam review bombed a little bit. I know some people are gonna be like, hey, that's a little bit whack and too far to take it, but it's something that is pretty typical on Steam whenever something negative happens. So just something I wanted to know. Maybe I'll look at funny Steam reviews in the future as well. Pray for the Gods, a game you should keep your eyes on. Would highly recommend you to add it to your wish list, and I will be talking more about this game when it is released in early access tomorrow. And then again, Origin Access Basic is available for 99 cents for your first month. Battlefield 5, Anthem, play those for 10 hours. Get access to the back catalog of games. Hey, for $1 for a month, I think that's a pretty good value considering Anthem is still yet to be released. That's gonna wrap up this video, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button, comment all your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.